if you have any questions or anything coming up throughout this, just let us know. Feel free to participate as much as you'd like to. So if you're not familiar with myself and Ellie, I'm Billy Giordano, co-founder and product leader at Staffed Up. And with me is Ellie Farrell, head of our marketing and customer engagement. Today, we're just going to be kind of talking about the tools and using the right tools combined with the right message to drastically improve your reach, your traction, and just kind of engagement with potential hires to save you lots of time and energy and really money when it comes down to it. The goal here is to create hiring efficiency and use the tools that you have implemented in the best way possible to make sure that you guys are getting the people you need when you need them. We're going to talk about some of the upcoming features that we've got coming out. We'll also answer any questions, make sure everyone on the call is completely set up for success. But first things first, we want to announce something new that we're doing, and this is actually the first month we've had a chance to go live with it. We're doing a client feature monthly. So anybody on this call is more than welcome. Ellie, do you have that link? Can you drop that in the chat?
Yep, I'll go ahead and drop that now.
Okay, cool. We basically want to do everything we can to help, our clients and people who are doing all the right things and getting the results that they're looking for. We want to feature you guys and help out and inspire others to do the same. So, basically these clients will be featured in a monthly newsletter, in our webinar. We're going to be marketing their brand in general, just to kind of, add to the value of what we provide at Staffed Up, and also giving them a free hiring boost to drive applicant traffic this month. So that's actually going to be a new feature coming soon in a new dashboard that we're releasing, where you can be featured in your area for a set amount of time that you choose. So we'll talk more about that. But if you'd like to be considered or opt in for the monthly client feature, we just want to make sure that we do a review with you prior to that so that your account is as operational as it possibly can be. And then from there, we'll get you on the list so that everybody has an opportunity, if you're interested, to be featured. But I just want to make sure, can everybody see my screen? Ellie, is my screen sharing?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we are going to start with Liz, who I believe is on the call right now at June's in Shiloh. This is a little bit about June's, and we can kind of get into that. But Liz, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hey, all.
Perfect. So Liz is over in Edwardsville, Illinois, has been with us for a while. And we just kind of wanted to have an opportunity to learn about June's. Liz, if you want to give us a minute or two about your company and your culture. And then, I've highlighted a few things that you mentioned about what works for you in hiring by using StaffedUp's tools, but I'll kind of leave it to you for a minute. We can just make it conversational.
Yeah, of course. So we're actually based in Shiloh, Illinois, which is a little closer to Belleville than Edwardsville. But we've been open. No, it's all good. We've been open for about 18 months. So we are a coffee shop and cafe. We are based out of a 125-year-old farmhouse. And so everything for June's really began with this old farmhouse. We purchased the building right before the pandemic kicked off and kind of set off on this 9-month plus renovation. And then we, during that time, really stepped back, talked to folks we knew in the community. My husband and I are both from the community, and really asked ourselves and the people that we knew and kind of the community at large, the city, et cetera, what are people looking for? And how might we bring this building back to the community to become a community space again? It has a long history. It was a hostel, it was a bar, it was a breakfast restaurant in the 90s. So this building was very well known. And all of that is to say, my husband and I always joke that we have about as much restaurant. We have just enough experience in the industry to be dangerous, but not necessarily effective. So early days, we found that a lot of really top talent, local top talent, I should say, was on Staffed Up from a candidate standpoint, and a lot of local cafes, coffee shops, especially. I think Staffed Up is really big from a coffee culture standpoint in St. Louis, in the St. Louis area. And we turned to Staffed Up immediately to hire our team. And actually our first hires, including our GM, were Staffed Up hires. So we've been using the platform for about 2 years now, and loving it. Love to see the iteration of it. We're open 5 days a week currently, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and we consider ourselves to be kind of a community space here in Shiloh.
That's awesome. That's more than I knew about the company, and now I kind of want to come check you guys out. I'm how far are you from downtown St. Louis?
We're about 20 minutes on the highway from downtown St. Louis, so not too far. We actually have, where we're situated in Shiloh is on the St. Clair County Transit District bike trail. So we have a lot of folks take day trips from the city, and they'll cycle, jump on the Metrolink, come over, ride up to June's, kind of spend some time in the country and then head back.
Yeah, my mom and dad do those trips quite a bit, so I'll have to mention it to them so they can add you to the list. Cool. Well, I definitely appreciate you sharing. So for everyone on the call, looking at different opportunities to promote your jobs and make sure that you're being competitive, you can see what we have on the screen here is a hiring sign, which encourages applicants to either scan to apply. If you don't have a QR code hiring sign and you want one, definitely drop something in the chat here now, and we will follow up with you and make sure that we get that over to you. Same thing with the one on the right, the now hiring with the little bike. That one is just the social share. So anytime you want to post from your account, and I can go into that a little deeper, we integrate with Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn right now for direct integrations from your account to post to any of the profiles that you have that you manage, or any of the job groups in your area. And it's an embedded URL where they click the link to hire or to apply, and it goes directly to your hiring page. The other, key here is, this is June's website, is to make sure that you have the application experience integrated into your entire marketing flow on your website, your social media, and the other opportunities that you can. So the idea here is you want to be competitive in as many places as possible with good content and driving a little bit of culture behind the actual job and the expectation to prove to people that you're the place they want to work for, as opposed to somebody down the street. So the key word here is to compete. Again, you want to make sure that instead of simply putting out jobs, hoping for the best, having the standard expectations and job descriptions just like everybody else in the area, if you set yourself apart by communicating effectively what the energy in your in the role is going to be and on the team, you're more likely to get someone's attention, especially if you do it clear and concisely and can really just help them get a feeling for why they want to work for you. So you can see when we click apply now, I don't know if everybody can still see my screen or if I have to do a new share. Ellie, is it showing June's site, or is it still on that page?
It's still on June's site
Okay.
instead of Staff.
Yeah, no worries. How about now?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. So here we can see that there are 3 positions available. Obviously, thinking about hiring statuses, if we are doing now hiring and that status is set, we are pushing out to things like Google Jobs, Glassdoor. Indeed is something we've been working on and was supposed to be live last month, but they have had some technical difficulties with new integration. So we are finalizing that and hoping that will go live this week, but we will be integrating with Indeed. So anything that's set to now hiring will push out to the external job boards. Anything except to accepting is simply just going to be live on your dashboard, live within StaffedUp, and available for people to apply. And then obviously, making sure that you've got, and this layout is great. You've got your description, your responsibilities all perfectly laid out with some bolds and some bullets. This is a great way to do things where it's easy to digest. One thing to consider here is that when we're writing these job descriptions, too much content is the same thing as no content. When people see massive blocks of text, especially on mobile, and we're about 76 to 25% mobile to desktop. So when people are looking on their phones, everything's kind of condensed. And if there's a ton of text, they're scrolling through and they're just trying to find out how to apply. So that's why what we do at StaffedUp is make things as simple as possible with simple calls to action, making sure it's efficient and effective, and the applicant can easily submit their applications. We are continually upgrading. So this is kind of a newer design over the past couple months. We're also going to be showing you new designs for your dashboard with better analytics, more automation, some job boost opportunities, increased messaging, and just overall functionality. Basically, over the next few months, you're going to see an entire new dashboard and a rebuild of the tools that you're currently using. Everything you like will be there. Everything you need is going to be coming. And then we'd also like to offer the opportunity, if you guys have any suggestions, any tools, any opportunities that you think we could improve, we'd love to hear it, because obviously our users are the priority, and we want to make sure you guys are getting everything you need out of this system. Yeah, so that's that's kind of it in terms of how June's is recruiting, using this About Us to communicate a little bit more about your culture. I love this, a couple of emojis. Again, we're highlighting why somebody wants to work at June's. This is a great opportunity for you to just, again, set yourself apart. So make sure that, your link is in your dashboard to connect to the website. And then obviously everything else is all done for you. But I think that prioritizing our job descriptions, making sure our hiring statuses are set the way that we need to prioritize the positions we're actively hiring for right now, things like that are definitely an opportunity for everyone to get better traffic and better quality of applications. All right, so that being said, we've kind of talked about some of the upcoming features and things to expect. This is meant to be short and sweet and encourage everyone to do things well in the ways that are going to be the most effective. So I'd like to kind of open it up. I think everybody should have the availability to unmute themselves and also speak, ask questions. Is there anybody here that has direct questions about how they can be leveraging the system better? Does anybody want me to go through tuning up your job postings and hiring statuses and just kind of overall functionality around engagement? That's another key kind of feature that I want to prioritize, is making sure we're engaging with our candidates consistently, because again, to be competitive in this space, you have to actually go after these candidates. They kind of have the upper hand these days, and they have a lot of opportunities to work for anybody. So, I think that I would like to cover the engagement, show you some opportunities to make that easier on yourself. And we're going to release new features to help you with that. But in the meantime, does anybody have any specific questions, any functionality requests, anything that right now is currently not going well that you could use a hand with? We either have a shy group or everybody is doing amazing with Staffed Up right now. So if there aren't any requests, what I'd like to do is hop into an account real quick. So I'm going to go ahead, and again, if anybody has anything they want to communicate, by all means, please just interrupt me, pop in. But everybody can see my screen still. Ellie, am I still live on the Staffed Up browser?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to sign into my restaurant's page and just kind of show you how we're interacting with our candidates to make sure that we're getting the most out of this. So first things first, if you guys are not using the questions for automation and pre-qualification, we're adding some automation to this as we speak, but you can see that I'm asking 1 year of experience to some higher level candidates, engaging with customers to front of house, flexible schedule, have a cell phone. That's going to be for all positions, high volume bar just for my bartender. Management's going to be for management positions, and you can see the pre-qualifiers. So the idea here is that with the way that this works is you can set it to all positions. You can use for pre-qualification. If they get the answer incorrect, the system will decline them for you. And the way that I use this, and the way that I like to use this, is to basically give me an opportunity to save time in reviewing my candidates. So I'm going to let's go to my door busser food runner. So this position within my company is kind of an entry-level position. I'm asking a lot of questions around what is important to me in this position. If they're in my inbox, it means that they meet my minimum criteria, and I would gladly engage and potentially interview this person. So for me, I want to stay competitive. I want to make sure that I'm letting them know where they stand in the process. The idea here is to always interact with your candidates, at least on a weekly basis. We suggest in 72 hours to get the best results. So if I'm looking at 5 candidates, I know they've already met my criteria. Instead of going through one by one, I've already asked them the right questions. I'm going to move everybody to saved. Pre-drafted message lets them know that we're going to reach out when a position's available. They've just got a message from me as the employer, letting them know where they stand in the process. Now, when I'm ready to hire, I've got 36 candidates in this bucket. I can direct message, or I could invite to interview block. And what happens there, if you guys aren't using this functionality, it's probably my favorite part about it. And I'll go out back to my summer hires because this one worked out really well. So I needed hosts. On Monday, my team decided we were going to hire 3 hosts, and I had a couple hundred applications over the past couple of months for that position. Monday at 2 p.m, I send out an invite. Within an hour to 200 guests, or I'm sorry, 200 applicants. They got a text and an email directly from me with one click. I set up 30 interview slots, and within an hour, this entire block was full. The next day, I had more than enough candidates that I actually really, really loved and wanted to hire. I ended up hiring 4 people, saved another maybe 3 or 4, and had all of like the information I needed to hire great people in under 24 hours. So again, the idea here is we're always recruiting, we're always building a talent pool to engage with, and then anytime we need to hire, we can send out hundreds of invites in seconds, let people opt in, and then make our hiring decisions based on how we take notes and how we rank. And Liz had mentioned in the questions that she kind of like provided for us that she likes the opportunity to take notes and review and share with her managers. I also noticed in her account that she's using the rankings. So you can see that in my saved candidates, if I go to my 5-star, I'm ranking all these candidates. You can see they're saved, interview complete. And I've got all of the information around the interview that I took and had with this person. And my management team and I can both go through 30, 40 interviews in a couple hours independently, interviewing people as they come in. And then we can review based on all of the notes that we took and our rankings, and filter down by the people that we really liked. You know, anybody who's 3 stars or less, we would typically select all and go through and just move to decline. They get a decline message saying, thank you for interviewing with us. We don't have a position available for you, but we are creating professionalism and engagement through the entire hiring lifecycle to make sure we're communicating with everyone, no matter what status they're in, so that they're not reaching out to us and calling the restaurant and trying to figure out where they stand in the process. So these are really good ways for employers to actively compete in real time, saving time and energy, and not having to go through and review every single candidate as they come in. But at the same time, when we're looking at our candidates, you have the opportunity to see all the answers to their questions, their general availability. If they've uploaded a resume, it's going to be available for you right here. If it is a document, it does download in the browser. Otherwise, it's going to be a PDF that will pop up for you. And we're actually streamlining that functionality as well to make that a little bit more visible for you. Let's see. So far, is there anybody that has comments, questions, would like me to review anything, talk about maybe website integration and making sure that your website's connected, posting to social media, anything like that? Is there anybody that needs QR codes or hiring signs or anything of that nature that we can help with today while we've got you here?
This is Liz from June's. I just wanted to maybe chime in and say that I also, while you're focused on that area, I love the copy/share hiring link. That is such a quick, like it makes the hiring link so accessible. So if I do have a candidate send me an email, maybe to our team email account, I can just grab that really quickly. Or I use, we're a very like social media heavy business. We have a pretty good following, so I'm constantly kind of dropping that in messages if folks are messaging me. It's very handy. I feel like you all have done a great job of identifying like those key entry points into this experience. So if folks aren't using that yet, I definitely recommend. Just wanted to highlight it.
Yeah, and one of the things I always ask for in my question set as an employer is, were you referred by anyone? And I think that that's key because we like to highlight whether or not our best people are sending people in. And in that referral process, what I'll typically do is every once in a while, I'll just copy and share my hiring link through a text message to my staff and say, hey, if you guys know anybody in this role or this position, here's the link, share it with your friends, anybody who's looking for a job or you think might be a good fit. Referrals are a great way to leverage the people you already have to get people just like them. So the copy share in a text message is great also for candidates. You know, if you're out and about and you're, you know, you run into somebody or you have a great server who might be looking for extra work and you're interested in just, you know, offering them an opportunity, it's a great way to let people submit an application quickly from their phone, and then also having that QR code handy. I have business cards at the restaurant with the QR code. We have window clings that we can do for everyone. It's something that's just nice to share in general, and makes it easy and accessible, just like Liz was mentioning. Okay, so if nobody else has anything else, we don't want to waste any time here, so we'll let everyone get back to their day. But if there are questions, by all means, any comments, please chime in now. Ellie, if you have a chance to drop all of our emails as well as a meeting link, if anyone needs a direct meeting with either myself or Ellie, needs help with their account, simple tune-ups, anything like that, Ellie's going to go ahead and drop all that information in the chat now, so you can reach out to us at any time. But aside from that, everybody should expect to see some additional traffic from Indeed, and then we're going to be making announcements with more tune-ups and feature functionality that we're going to be releasing soon. So you'll get in-app notifications as well as emails. And then don't forget to check out our blog for additional support content. If you're just looking for ways to drive better traffic, keep your applicants and employees engaged, and improve retention, things like that, we're consistently putting out information to help and support both the employer and the applicant. So if there's nothing else, I think we were pretty efficient today. And I think that's all I got. Ellie, anything you think I missed?
No, but I do want to just mention really quickly, I'm not sure if everyone can see the links that I've been dropping, but we'll go ahead and follow up with an email with a form for that client highlight, and also our emails and meeting links if you guys need anything.
Yeah, if you're on this and you're a StaffedUp user and you want additional help and traffic, the client feature is a great way to do it, and it just gets you more eyes on your business. It's free marketing for the company just as much as it is marketing to get great talent. So we'd love to help as many people as we can, and the more opt-ins we get, the more potential we have to maybe add a couple features each month. So again, this is the first time we're doing it, and Liz, we appreciate you participating and helping out and kind of sharing your story with everybody.
Thanks, y'all. Happy to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, if there's anything else, you can reach us at billy@staffedup.com, ellie@staffedup.com, and the HubSpot meeting link is there at the bottom. So feel free to book with us anytime, and we appreciate you all showing up. Have a great day, everybody.